Well, I'm Reid, and I am the director and co-producer for Faceless Shadows. I'm. This is a production that means a whole lot to me. It has a personal touch, if I may say that, use that term, because it hits so close to home. Being a survivor of domestic violence, when I was called by the writer to direct this particular project, it took me a minute. Not so much a minute to say yes to the project, but just to gather my thoughts, because it's another tool that I can use as an advocate for stopping the violence, domestic violence, that is. When I get a project like this, I know I'm going to go hard. I'm going to go in hard. And for me, it's, even though this is not a Christian play, it still has a ministry all of its own, trying to save lives. And because we touch on so many different things, hurt people. And with this story, it's showing what one abusive person can do to become a toxic poison for the rest of the household, to be exact. It brings on other things. It brings on a curse onto that family. You'll have the bullying. You may have drug addiction, molestation, alcoholism. It's so many different things that branch off just from the lick of abusive person. And abuse is so many different forms, with not just so much physical hurts, but there is something people forget. Words are worse than a physical touch. Words cut deeper. So those people that are verbally abused, that is another form of domestic violence, that it literally emasculates men, and it totally rapes women of who they are, their self-confidence. And even the children, they lose themselves. Their little souls just are deteriorating right before your eyes when you see how somebody can just take some words and break them down. It's a spiritual breakdown. It's a financial breakdown. It's so many different components that come from that word domestic violence. And to know that even since 45 has been in office, the stats have even changed. It was every 6 minutes. Now that has decreased even more. They said it's about 4.5 minutes. There's a woman that's beaten. With men, it was every 13 minutes that a man was a victim of domestic violence. Now that's dropped to 9, every 9 minutes. And I understand in the LBGT, did I get all the acronym? Yeah, the acronym are homosexual brothers and sisters, because they are people too. They endure that as well. And I understand that it has escalated, because a young lady reached out to me and she was telling me, I saw what was going on with the play. Can I bring my wife? And when she said, can she bring her wife? I said, absolutely. Because her wife, before they got married, was a victim of domestic violence. And she shared with me about that lifestyle, that she's an advocate herself in the homosexual arena, that she goes out to try to save other people. That's how she met her wife.
And that you don't even think about that.
I didn't think about
good
it.
To know.
And for her to come and say she wants to bring her wife to see the show, and maybe that would help her continue to heal, because her wife still has the nightmares. She goes through, like, I guess you call it PTSD.
Right.
Because that is another form.
Absolutely.
She still has those tremors. It's just little triggers that set her off.
Right.
And the young lady shared that, and that lifestyle, it too has increased with more victims. For me, my mother could truly be like the writer's mother. The difference is I got out. As of July 2nd of this year, July 2nd, it has now been 25 years that I went washing. Took all 4 of my young babies. My son at the time was 8. My baby girl, she was only 4.5 months. And I took all three of my sons and my daughter, and I left and went washing. Because one or two things was going to happen. Either I was going to snap and kill him, or eventually he was going to kill me. But one of us was not going to remain alive, not in that type of environment. And I wanted better for my kids. I didn't need them to see that. And even today, my older sons, they still remember. My two younger kids, they don't, because they were little. They were a toddler and an infant. So they don't know that world. But I go out and I speak about it so much that they know what no is. No is no. You know. And that's what I get from this project. This project is so close to home that some of the scenes, I have to remember I am the director and not go back to that time. But now I can go back and I can testify that God is good because he delivered me from that world.
Now, tell everybody the name of the play again.
The play is Faceless Shadows. Faceless Shadows in the Dark. Faceless Shadows, you can purchase your tickets right now. They are available. It's better to get them in advance than at the door. It costs more at the door. We have a lot of sales that, little specials that we drop through, and I want everybody to make sure that they get them a ticket. It's $40. It's going to be on August the 10th and the 11th. August 10th and 11th. Show starts at 7 p.m. We will be at the Coretta Scott King Women's Leadership Academy Theater. That is here in Atlanta.